What's going on, party people? Back to some more Babymonochrome action here. This is a round 4 losers bracket match between Chaos and Xonks. Chaos from our perspective and Xonks from the opposing perspective, and this is McFlurry commentating the match. Before we get into it, I do want to just thank everybody for all the recent subscribers we have to the channel. It's much appreciated. We're up to 79, and again, I couldn't be more grateful. I remember about a year ago, I was stuck on like 17 subscribers forever, so it's just crazy to see this recent growth in the channel here. Anyways, yeah, so Chaos bringing, both players honestly bringing pretty standard looking teams here. Chaos got the Mindfu, Abra, Diglett, Ghastly, Staryu for rapid spin support, and a Porygon as well, so pretty balanced with a good mix of defensive and offensive Pokemon. And, you know, honestly, pretty likewise on the Xonks side of the field as well. Maybe a little more offensive, maybe a little bit more run and gun, looking to set up hazards with the Pharaoh Seed, and then maybe trying to pull the trigger on a Shell Smash sweep from that Omnimite. Also as a supporting cast, they got a Ghastly, Diglett, Volibee, and an Abra as well. I'm kind of thinking that's going to be more of a support Volibee for this match, but we'll have to see how it goes. So let's get into it. Mindfu lead from Chaos, Volibee lead from Xonks here. Quick and fake out right away, and that thing's going to get a weak armor boost. And flinched, of course. Click and Brave Bird there. Okay, so we got a physical Volibee as well. Big crit as well. Okay, what's all this about? Okay, Zonk saying didn't think it mattered. Chaos saying it did matter. Okay, whatever. If it's gonna be one of those kind of matches, then so be it. Okay, so Volibee taunting this Porygon, so definitely had to support Volibee here. Click and Roost as well. So we've seen most of this thing's moveset here. Maybe looking to click knockoff on this next turn here, as it does. Gets rid of the Violate on the Porygon, as it gets its weak armor speed boost here, and clicks T-Bolt on the Volibee, doing about half. Click and Roost again, just in case that thing wants to T-Bolt again. Switches up to Ice Beam this time. And clicks Brave Bird there. Sorry, I got to keep the chat updated there. Holy, get it together, McFlurry. Let's keep going here. So this Porygon might outspeed on the next one. Actually, it doesn't matter, just straight up knocks it out there. So this is a pretty fast Porygon here. Pharaoh Seed coming out, maybe just take advantage of having the Porygon in. Sets up spikes. This thing gets paralyzed by T-Wave, and Pharaoh Seed brings the T-Wave right back. Porygon gets fully paralyzed on a spike turn, and then again on the Giga Drain turn here. So there you go. Got some hacks going here both ways. Porygon getting off an Ice Beam on the Pharaoh Seed here as it gets up its last layer of spikes. And Pharaoh Seed is trying to whittle this thing down, maybe pressuring it to recover. Maybe get a switch on a recover turn here. This Porygon's just spamming Ice Beam. Yeah, keeps clicking it here. And looks like Porygon's running out of runway here. Diglett switches in on recover turn as predicted. Fires off an Earthquake, and it's not going to be able to survive that at -2 with the Nova Violite. Staryu comes out here. Diglett just clicks Memento. Staryu tried to spin, of course. Here comes the Omnimite. Does get the spin off, but does pull the trigger on the Shell Smash there by Xonks. It's going to have to break through that Abra too. Well, I guess it's going to have to break through the Staryu as well. No parry on the T-Bolt. I don't know if that's a Sash Abra, which it looks like it is. Yeah, it's going to live and be able to knock this thing out with a Psychic. But maybe that's all Xonks wanted here. Goes into their own Abra. Goes for the Psychic. No reason not to. It's going to survive a Shadow Ball. We're not going to find out if that thing was Life Orb or not. Or Sashed or not, rather. Maybe we'll find out here. Actually, no, there's no way we can find out there. Never mind. But that is a Life Orb Diglett. Gets a Sucker Punch off on the Ghastly. As Ghastly thinks Giga Drain is going to get a bunch of that HP back. Just over half. Opposing Ghastly comes out here, fires off a Shadow Ball. I don't know if Pharaoh Seed's going to be able to get this thing done. That's a Life Orb Ghastly too. Hidden Power Fighting. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what we have to go for here. There's the full para. Ooh, full para on both players. And yeah, Ghastly's going to be able to get off the HP fighting in a close game one. Pretty close, I would say. Went down to the last Mon. But Chaos coming out on top here. Let's get into game two. Alright, here we go. Game 2, Chaos versus Xonks. Chaos, is that the same team as Game 1? It certainly looks like it. Yeah, unless they mix up some of the sets, it's looking like the same team. Xonks, however, bringing a different team here. Another balanced looking team here, except with an Arkin. So it'll be interesting to see what that thing does. Arkin infamously has the defeatist ability, so if that thing gets below half HP, it's going to take a big dent to its attack stat. Yeah, bringing some other offensive Pokemon too, just to kind of fill the team there with Ghastly and Abra. A Volibee, maybe this thing's more offensive this time around. You have a Porygon and a Chinchou as the defensive core here, but overall both players bringing pretty offensive looking teams. Let's get into it here. So Arkin lead from Xonks, Diglett lead from Chaos. Clicks beat up here, that should get the Arkin to at least half HP. Yeah, barely. As this thing sets up Stealth Rocks most likely, yes it does. And then gets out of there and goes into Volibee. As Chaos sets up their own Stealth Rocks. Staryu coming out here on the U-turn, good play by Xonks there. Ghastly coming in here. As Chaos switches into Porygon, traces Levitate. T-Bolt doing 27% there. Xonks goes into Chinchou there on a recover turn. I'm thinking this thing's Volt Absorb just from how they brought it in. Mindfu coming out to take the Toxic from the Chinchou. And then Volt switches out of there. And it is outspeeding that Mindfu as well. Which is, or it might have been a speed tie, I guess at worst. I missed that. Was that a U-turn? Or was that a crit? Maybe they didn't need a crit. We'll find out here. Yeah, Volt switches out. Arkin comes, he's going to take the Stealth Rocks on U-turn. That was a crit. Okay, there you go. I wasn't thinking U-turn was going to kill. In comes Staryu here. Probably looking to spin, but Ghastly still a thing. Porygon coming out on Ghastly as well. As it clicks Sludge Bomb for a good 35%, no poison. Chinchou coming out again, thinking this is Volt Absorb. And yet again, we don't find out here. Clicks Hydro Pump on the Porygon. As Chaos just clicking Ice Beam there. Switches into Mindfu. Takes the Hydro Pump, not very well. Chinchou could be outspeeding, but I guess we're not going to find out this turn as Mindfu clicked Fake Out. But Chaos not going to risk it. Switching the Diglett on the Volt switch, and now this thing's trapped, so it's just going to be not paying it with that Earthquake. It's no longer a problem for that Porygon. Xonks switching into their own Porygon, traces Arena Trap here. Gonna have to eat an Earthquake. Then clicks Recover. Okay. Maybe let that thing take a bit of Life Orb chip before clicking Ice Beam. Yep, that seemed to be the plan. In comes Staryu. As the Ghastly switches into Spin Block, Staryu's clicks Scald instead, which is, or Chaos clicks Scald rather, which is the right play there. Ghastly's gonna die to Rocks next time it switches in too, so it kind of has to stay in here and click T-Bolt. 2's gonna get the job done on the Porygon. As Abra comes out here, looking to revenge kill after taking a T-Bolt. No para. Ooh, okay. Hidden Power Fighting. I don't know if that was a misclick or I was expecting Porygon to come in. Oh, that thing's gonna drop. That's an unfortunate HP fighting click there. Mindfu switching in here. Takes the T-Bolt. Able to get the KO with the knockoff, but it's gonna die to Toxic here. Abra switching in here. Staryu from Chaos. This is going to drop to a Psychic, so Rocks are here to stay. I guess Ghastly's the only Pokemon left here anyways. And it's not going to be able to take a Psychic, so... Yeah, Xonks taking Game 2 here. Yeah, interesting move there with the HP fighting on this turn here. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could have technically been ground, but it's probably fighting HP ground Abra. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what the play was there. Maybe, yeah, it must have been a misclick, because honestly, I mean, Porygon switches in, I mean, it's dropping to 2 Psychics either way, so I don't know what the reason to not click Psychic was. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something. We still got a third game to get into here. Alright, here we go, Game 3, Chaos versus Xonks here. Chaos bringing the team for a third time, okay. That's cool, so yeah, same team again. Must have a lot of confidence in it. I mean, it's a pretty steady team, so Don't see why not. Xonks bringing Hail to game 3 here. So you got a Snover, Ghastly, an Omnimite, which kind of tough to say if this is shell smashing or if it's going to be setting up hazards. I have a feeling this one's probably looking to set up hazards rather than shell smashing. You have a Volibee, a Drillbur, and a Mindfu here, so very solid, balanced team from both players. Let's just get right into it. Game 3. Mindfu lead from Chaos, Mindfu lead from Xonks, classic. Clicks Fake out there. And it follows up with a knockoff as Chaos gets out of there with U-turn. I'm thinking maybe that might be Slowfu. Goes in Abra and then doubles back into Porygon here. Traces Regenerator on the Mindfu as Volibee switches in. And switches right back into Mindfu as Porygon's able to get off a T-Wave on something. Mindfu is the Pokemon to switch in there. Take the T-Wave. Knockoff on the Mindfu again and... Ooh! Okay, oh yeah, it's paralyzed, that's right. Thing's gonna lose its own Violet and then U-turns out of there into Volibee for Xonks. Chaos switching into Porygon here, traces the weak armor. There's the Nasty Plot. I've been waiting for this Volibee for a while here. Nasty Plot one. Fires off a T-Wave, lands on the Mindfu again, which is threatening a high jump kick here. Quick U-turn on the opposing Mindfu coming in. Here's the Volibee, yet again. Doubles back into Mindfu. Lots of doubling around in this match. Great U-turn. Diglett comes in. That Mindfu is in range of Earthquake. Yes, it is. Diglett is Life Orb. Confirmed. Snover switching in here, setting up the Hail. As Chaos goes into Mindfu here on the Blizzard. That thing doesn't have its Violet anymore either. And clicks Fake out. This could be a Scarf Snover. Oh, yeah, that is looking to be a Scarf Snover after all, unless that's a really slow Foo. Ooh, Blizzard just knocking out that Ghastly. So yeah, definitely Choice Scarf. Kind of a battery by Xonks there. Porygon switching in here. Or rather, Staryu switching in here. Fires off a... Was that a Scald? I think that was a Scald. Sorry, I kind of lost track there. Yes, that was a Scald, not a Hydro Pump. Able to follow up the T-Bolt. As Volibee can just roost off that damage. Also, Volibee's not Overcoat. This thing is weak armor. I think we saw that earlier. But, I mean, it is Nasty Plot, so it kind of makes sense here when you weak armor and get the speed and the special attack boost. Porygon switching in here for Chaos, traces the weak armor. Fires off a Hidden Power. Probably Fire. Make sure that was neutral. Yes, it was, yeah. Probably Fire would be my guess. Actually, no, why would it be Fire? You have Heat Wave. Yeah, I don't know what Hidden Power that was then. Maybe Grass? Maybe Ice? Ice Beam lands on the Drillbur here. It follows up with an Earthquake. Porygon gets the weak armor boost, but it means it won't live another one. But it doesn't matter, it's just going to kill with the Ice Beam anyways. Omnimite switching in here. Maybe looking to pull the trigger on a Shell Smash. No, it sets up Toxic Spike, so it's looking like it's Hazards after all. Just kind of late in the game here for Hazards. Big Hydro Pump miss. Oh, did I miss some? I must have missed some hacks there. Let's rewind a little bit. Sorry, I keep rewinding so much. I'm a little distracted today. Or maybe just confused by the late game Toxic Spikes. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the most observant today. It's quality content that you subscribe for. Anyways, T-Fold lands on the right here. Lands the Hydro Pump this time. Doing just over half, but this thing's going to drop to a T-Bolt. Who gets the full para on the recover turn from the Porygon, which is looking just to finish this thing off. So good play by Chaos there. Ghastly coming out. Clicks Trick. And passes the Black Sludge onto the Porygon as he gets the T-Wave off on the Ghastly. Goes into Diglett here on a Sludge Bomb. It's going to live. It's not going to be able to take 2 though. So Diglett better have a good way to hit whatever switches in here. Sets up Stealth Rocks actually instead. Which is fair. You got 2 Pokemon weak to Stealth Rocks on the opposing side. Puts Beat Up. But it's only going to get 4 Pokemon's hits worth of beat up, and this Volibee is going to get juiced up with all of those weak armor boosts here. There's the Nasty Plot. Yeah, Volibee looking prime for a sweep here. Though if this Abra is focus sash, it might not matter depending on what moves it's running. Porygon is able to take an air slash, but gets flinched unfortunately to Chaos, and then drops to Poison. Here's the Staryu. Hidden Power, Grass or Electric? Probably Grass. Fires off a T-Bolt and gets the full pair on the Volby, nice. And gets a T-Bolt to get the kill, and then Staryu's gonna drop there too. Okay. Players keeping track of their hacks. Here comes the Abra, likely Focus Sash, but I guess we'll find out. Clicks Psychic there on the Ghastly, just knocks it out, and here comes this Choice Scarf Snover, which is probably praying this thing isn't sashed. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, it didn't even get down to a sash, so Hidden Power Fire able to just knock this thing out. Anyways, yeah, that was quite something. So, really close last game here, coming down to 6% HP on the Abra in a game 3. So Chaos moving on to round 5 of Losers Bracket. Xonks is eliminated from the tournament here. Put up a very good effort though throughout, and yeah, that's it. So again, stay tuned for more Babymonochrome action. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all that. Thanks for watching. Peace.